Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we are rolling right on through my inventory week. Yes, I take a whole week to go through the inventory of all of the makeup that I own because, well, I own a lot of it and it makes me really happy, but also I love sharing it with you guys. I like pulling out all of the makeup that I own, laying it out, taking photos of it, and then putting it together into these videos for you guys so that you can get a peek into all of the makeup that I own. So today we are kicking off all of my eye products. I actually take 2 days to go through all of my eye products. So today we are going to have part 1 of all of my eye products in my collection. Here are all of my brow products. Brows are such an interesting category for me. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I enjoy as far as my brows go, and I've accumulated a lot of things. However, I did not buy the vast majority of what you see here. Almost all of this has come in subscription boxes. The only things that I can think of that I actually purchased, this brow gel from ColourPop, these two from Benefit, which are the ones that I'm using now, this one from Stila, which I never really got the hang of, and I think that's it. So this is not an area that I foresee changing too terribly much other than through, for instance, decluttering. I think I finally found the eyebrow combo that I tend to like, which is the micro precision pencils. I'm currently using 4.5 and 3.5 from Benefit, and then the ABH clear brow gel is really what I've been gravitating towards. So this category has gone down by 1 since last year, which is a bit of a surprise because I've used up a few brow products over the course of the year, but I replaced with these, and I think I used a code for the Kosas, and then I'm pretty sure I picked up the ColourPop clear brow gel this year. So hopefully this is a category that will go down and then stay pretty small. I'm not one to really experiment much anymore at this point. These are all of my liquid eyeliner pens, and this category has also gone down from last year, which is good because I still have enough eyeliner to last me for the next decade for sure. Actually, no, I need to go through and see what has died on me and what hasn't. But at any rate, last year I had 21 items. This year I'm down by 4 for a total of 17. There are 10 that are full size and there are 7 that are minis. These are all of my colorful pencil eyeliners. I do have 30 of them here, one of which is a mini. So I have quite a few browns here on the end, moving into more of my purpley shades. Then we have blues and greens, and then finally ending up in my kind of more nudie, kind of golden types of colors. Alright, so this was supposed to be all of my black pencil eyeliners. However, we have 2 that got mixed into the wrong area in my makeup drawers. This one is actually a brown shade and this one is a green shade. But the rest are all black. So in this we have 7 mini black pencil eyeliners and we have 16 full-size black pencil eyeliners. So that brings my total for the category of eyeliner pencil to 55 in total. There are 9 that are minis and 46 that are full-sized. This is actually down by 1 from last year, so I must have decluttered something along the way because we all know I have not used up a full-size or a mini eyeliner in any form or capacity, so I must have just decluttered something at some point. Obviously, this is, as I mentioned in the previous category, more eyeliner than I can ever use ever, so I really do need to go through both and see which have dried out and which ones are still good, but these are my totals as of right now. Here we have all of my mascaras, and this, my friends, is exactly why for 2022 I am on a mascara no-buy. I have a lot of mascara. I have tons and tons of samples that have come from many subscription boxes and codes and just, you know, mascara comes in everything, but I also have a lot of full sizes also from subscription services as well as ones that I've purchased. So I really do need to work through some of these. I cannot imagine all of them are still good. So I'm just going to slowly work my way through and put myself on a mascara no buy for at least this year, but probably longer. So last year I had 65 mascaras. Even though I used through quite a few this year, I've only got it down by one. So I have a total of 64 this year. Now I know some of these are new. For instance, this one from Nabla is new. This was gifted to me. This one from Merit is new. I picked this up during the most recent Sephora sale. This one from Half Cake Beauty is new. I feel like, I don't remember. This may or may not be new. I don't remember. This Rare Beauty one came in a set that I purchased. I think this one from Ilia came in a set that I purchased earlier in the year. So I know I've had some that have come in, but my no buy for 2022 states that I am not going to intentionally bring mascara into my life. But as I said, it tends to just appear. It just works its way in. So I would love to see this category go down next year rather than stay the same or go up. So this, surprisingly, is my false eyelash collection. I am typically not a false eyelashes kind of gal, and the majority of these have come into my life through subscription boxes like BoxyCharm, with the exception of these Glamnetic ones right here, which I feel like I'm missing one. For some reason, I felt like I had 4 in this type of box and 2 in this type. But for the moment, this is my false eyelash collection. I cannot foresee this growing in any way. In fact, I don't even know if some of these have ever been worn. I'm just including it because I have a whole lot more than I really realized that I did. These are my eyeshadow primers, and this has seen some really, really good progress. I've actually cut this down by half. So I have a total of 6. There is a full-size full one in this box underneath. I just really didn't want to get them confused. I have this one here from Smashbox. This is a MAC paint pot in Painterly, technically an eyeshadow, but I always used it as a base. My NYX glitter primer, and then a mini of the Ulta matte eye primer in nude. I finished off another one of these this year and I really, really enjoyed it. So this time last year I had 7 full-sized eyeshadow primers. I finished one off and decluttered the other. And then I had 5 minis. I know I finished 3 of them. I don't know what happened to the other one, but at any rate, this is what we're down to, and that is very exciting. All right, these are all of my potted cream eyeshadows. The majority of these are ColourPop, as you can see. I have a ton of the Super Shock shadows. I have some of the Jelly Much shadows. I have these, which are from the Sandstone collection. They're very reminiscent of, for instance, the MAC paint pots. And then I just have some additional brands here. These 4 here are from the Ulta House brand. This is from, I think the brand is Be a Bombshell, that came in a subscription. I have this one from Marc Jacobs, these 3 from Butter London, a Scattered Light from Hourglass, a Prismetal from JCat, and then this one here from Halika Halika. This category has remained exactly the same at 48, which is exactly what I wanted to see happen. I should not be purchasing these types of products any longer because I forget to use them and they go to waste. Even though ColourPop has released some new Super Shock shadows that look so pretty, I'm trying very hard to remain strong because until I can start showing myself that I can work through some of these, I do not need to be purchasing more. These are all of my cream eyeshadow sticks. Here we have 15 of them. That is up 1 from last year, and that is due to this right here. This is the KVD Dazzle stick. I got this in a Trend Mood box. It is gorgeous.
So gorgeous. These are all very beautiful products and ones that I need to get more use out of. But until I do that, this is also a category I am not looking to intentionally grow. All right, these are all of my liquid eyeshadows. I classify a lot of things as a liquid eyeshadow. For example, you've got these that are in little squeezy tubes, as well as ones that have doe foot. These up here are technically glitter liners, but I use them all in basically the same way, so I lump them all together. This category has grown by 2 since last year. I did get 2 of the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames in a Trend Mood box. So this year I do have 36 liquid eyeshadows. I'll be very honest, I do not need to grow this category. I neglect this category so very much, which is such a shame because these are beautiful products, but this is definitely a category that needs some additional attention, whether it be use or declutter. These are all of my loose eyeshadows and pigments. I used to be so super into these, and I just haven't used them very much at all in the past year or two. So I do currently have 42 in my collection. That is the same amount that I had last year. And again, this is not a category that I see growing, but I would like to try to bring them back out and use them more. Like these sample beauty ones are amazing. This one from Sydney Grace, these from MAC, stunning. I have some very old ones from various brands. These here are all Sydney Grace. This one is ColourPop from the collab that they, or one of the collabs that they did with Kathleen Lights. This is in the shade Gemini because I am a Gemini and a sucker for many things astrological. And then this stack here that I've had since high school. So these are very beautiful, but I just never remember to use them. These are all of my individual eyeshadows. The way that I classify an individual eyeshadow is one eyeshadow that has its own packaging. So these are all of the ones that fit to that particular category. This has not changed in number, which is good because I don't find myself pulling for these as often as I should. Last year I had 52 of them, and this year I also have 52. These are the 4 eyeshadow duos that I have in my collection. It's kind of an odd mashup. This is kind of a cream product on the bottom. That looks like this. There we go. That looks like this, really pretty gold. And then on the top, it has a bronzy sort of eyeshadow, really pretty. This here is not an eyeshadow. This is technically a blush and highlighter duo. However, it is so glittery that I can't possibly use it in that way. So I thought that, come on. So I thought that it might get best use out of it as an eyeshadow. And then I have 2 kind of samples here. So I had 4 last year. I've got 4 this year. I'm good with that. These are my 6 eyeshadow trios. I had 7 last year, and I know that this is new to this video. It's not new to my collection, but I found it in my bathroom a couple of weeks ago. So it says on my notes that I had 7 last year, so I don't know what happened. I know that I did Franken one of them, but I don't know what happened to the rest. So as of right now, we have 6 eyeshadow trios in my collection. Okay, these are the 5 quads that I have in my collection. I had 3 marked down from last year, so this has grown by 2, and they grew by these 2 right here. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk quad. And then this is from Maybelline. This is something that my son picked up at the grocery store for me. I don't even know if I've ever even opened it yet. Whoops, where am I going? Here we go. Very cute, very easy little color story. So those are the 5 quads that I currently own. All right, let's talk single eyeshadows. These are going to be eyeshadows that either are purchased individually or that have been depotted from other palettes. They used to be really organized, but they're not organized now, and I have not put in the energy to organize them yet, so it's going to be slightly haphazard. This palette, for the most part, houses all of my Sydney Grace singles. They look like this. I love Sydney Grace. You guys know that. This palette here is from Terra Moons. This is such a cute palette. Oh, I can't stand it. This houses, the majority of these are Terra Moon shadows. We also have some of my JD Glow shadows in here. These over here are Glaminatrix. So it has kind of a variety of stuff in here, but this is a palette that I'm pretty sure I just purchased off of Amazon. And this houses the majority of my ColourPop single shadows. I'm pretty sure all of these are actually purchased rather than depotted. And then these down at the bottom are different. I just don't remember where they go. And then finally over here, these are actually very new to me. These are from Divina. And I have these beautiful 9 Divina shadows here. Okay, these are all of my sort of mid-sized magnetic palettes. They're kind of chaotic right now. Again, I do need to go through and organize, but you know, we'll just work with what we have. So this one right here has Menagerie Cosmetics as well as my new Terra Moons. These are amazing. I love them so, so much. This magnetic palette here has Colored Rain here, and then Looksy Beauty here. These are Emmy Cosmetics. There we go, Emmy Cosmetics, and then these over here are the few Cleona shadows that I own. These are mostly depotted. I know that these are all Makeup Forever, these sort of rectangle pans. I don't remember what many of these are though. Also from depotted palettes, I have this right here. I know that these square pans, I don't know why it won't focus. These square pans here on the side are from Alamar Cosmetics, but I don't really remember what all the center ones are. These are a variety of things. I know these two up here are depotted NARS shadows, and then I think these are Sydney Grace, and these are Makeup Geek and ColourPop, but not 100% sure. And then finally, these are all depotted Pure Cosmetics. Oh no, just kidding. These here down on the bottom are Franken's. All right, and these are my smallest eyeshadow palettes. So this one here is the palette that I'm working in for my January Build Your Own palette. If you have seen that video, these are the ones that I am working with. This, for some reason, it just shattered. I opened it up the next day and that was totally shattered, so I tried really hard to repress it, but it isn't looking good. This here, again, just a palette that I purchased off of Amazon, which has some shades that I was working on last year. Both of these are from Adept Cosmetics, so I have this Build Your Own palette, lots of just sort of nice neutral shades. And then this right here, which is kind of more colorful, more grungy tones. I also have a Build Your Own from Lethal Cosmetics. Looks like this here. I don't know why my camera is struggling. There we go. This is what I've been working on in 50 Shades of Purple. Spoiler alert, no pan. And then finally, these are just very sort of random depotted shadows. So in all, between all of my different magnetic palettes, I have 349 single shadows.
Well, there we have it, part one of the eye products that I own. And I have to say, my favorite part of that are the single eyeshadows. Yes, I have quite a few more than I had last year, but there were some really awesome collections that came out this year. I also depotted, let me go ahead and just clarify. I depotted quite a few, well, maybe a handful of palettes, so that absolutely contributed to my single eyeshadows. But I did buy a lot too, especially those Terra Moon ones. Oh my gosh, those are so stunning and so much fun, and I love them. You guys know single eyeshadows are where my heart absolutely lies because these indie brands are doing such interesting and innovative things. I could go on all day about them. I love them. Being able to see them all just all out in front of me, even though I couldn't get them all into one shot and I had to break it up into 3. I loved seeing them all out, and I am planning on doing more this year with my single eyeshadows. I am going to be making monthly focus palettes using them, and I think that that's going to be a really, really fun way to help incorporate them into my daily makeup routines without the pressure of goals put on them, whether it's usage goals or pan or whatever the case may be. I don't want to put those kinds of, I don't want to say limitations, but definitely the pressure of trying to hit a goal. I just want to enjoy them, man. I just want to enjoy them. So certainly some areas that I need to be really mindful of. You guys probably know, if you've seen my makeup rehab series, that I am on a mascara no-buy this year. I have got to get through some of the mascaras that I already own. And the same is going to be true. I'm going to try to make true for eyeliners. I definitely have no need for liquid eyeliners, and that's not something that's typically a draw for me. However, colored pencil eyeliners are just so much fun. In fact, Danessa Myricks has some new ones that are out that are multi-chrome, and I'm talking myself out of seeking them out because I don't need them, but I really want them. So that is definitely going to be an area that I'm going to keep an eye on. And there are quite a few items here in this sort of section that I've put myself onto almost like a permanent no-buy for. And those are my cream and liquid eyeshadows. I just don't find myself thinking about them to use them. I want to try to pull them into projects here and there, but let's be honest. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, I've had them in projects and they don't get used there either. So those are definitely big signs that these are not items that I should be purchasing, even though they're beautiful and I kind of want to. I need to be honest with myself about what's going to get used and what I'm just buying because it's pretty and then it's going to come to my house to die. Don't want that to happen. So those are all of, well, those are the first half of my eye products. Tomorrow, the last day of inventory week, we are going to save what is, in my opinion, the best for last. We're going to go through all of my eyeshadow palettes, so you'll definitely want to make sure to join me again tomorrow for the finale of inventory week. If you've enjoyed this video or this series, please go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.